Welcome to another Connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us on the Connection Show this week. Each week we come in with different organizations and have individuals to talk about what they're doing around our broadcast area. And of course, they're always in need of volunteers. Most of the organizations are all based on volunteers, but they do a lot of great things for the communities around us and here in Harrison. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with a couple of young people about a very important program that's been going on in Harrison for some time. They work with a lot of children. Stay with us.
If you've got Medicare and you need a hand with all that mail you get, you want someone who understands all of that fine print that you don't want to read. Come on to Hickory Hill Insurance. Yeah, we know just what you need. Hickory Hill Insurance, proudly serving Medicare beneficiaries in the Harrison area for 10 years. Give us a call at 743-9006. That's 743-9006.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our first two guests in the studio today come to us from K-Life, and we've talked to people from K-Life through the years. It's a really good program here. Has to do with working with children of all ages in all the school districts, and of course homeschool as well. And we have Corey Rose, and I don't want to, I almost said Rose again, Emily Ross.
Yes, sir.
With us today. And both of you have been how long basically with the K-Life here? We've through the years we have a lot of young people come through as the directors. You're the director and you're the director for the ladies group. And so how long have you both kind of been working with K-Life?
Absolutely. I've been around, this is my first year as a chapter director at Harrison K-Life on staff.
Okay.
I've been involved in K-Life for a long time as a K-Life kid in Harrison,
Yep.
and then also as a volunteer. This is my first year actually on staff though here at Harrison K-Life.
Very good. And how about you, Emily?
And this is my third year as
Third
the
year,
women's director.
yeah.
Yes.
You know, K-Life, let's talk a little bit about K-Life in general. It was, I don't know if I should say it was a spin-off, but it had to do with Kanakuk. Is that right? Can you tell me a little bit about kind of how that all works? Or either one of you, I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So actually, yeah, it's based off Kanakuk Camps, which is a summer camp, Christian sports camp.
Yes.
And Joe White really wanted that kind of to continue throughout the year and have kids invested to constantly and kind of grow in their faith. Because he saw that kind of camp high that happened where kids were really excited about their faith at camp, and then afterwards kind of at school, negative pressures, negative influences really infected them and their growth and their faith. And so he started the organization K-Life to help throughout the year. Kanakuk Life's what it stands for.
Okay.
To actually help the kids grow in their faith, understand who Christ is and what it means to follow him each and every day.
Really? So Kanakuk, is it a 12-month out of the year program, or is that summer program at Kanakuk? Is it a 12-month deal, or how does that work up there?
Kanakuk is just a summer experience, and so that's kind of where K-Life came from. Started in 1979 in St. Louis, and then has spread in 25 other states, or 25 other chapters across the country.
Wow.
And so that's where Harrison K-Life came from.
Yeah, and I can't remember. I won't even put you on the spot, and I can't remember either how many years K-Life's been here, but quite a few years, I do know that.
About 32 years.
32.
Yes,
Well, I'm
sir.
glad you said that. I couldn't remember. I have 2 boys, and they're grown and out of college and married, and they were in the program when it first started.
That's
So
awesome.
it's been around for a long time. Obviously, today, probably more so than any time in our history, young people have lots of challenges. They have a lot of peer pressure. The society has changed, we hope, in some cases for the better, but in other cases maybe not so. You talk about social media puts a lot of pressure on them. So I'm sure that K-Life even today probably is more important than it was 20 years ago or 25 years ago. These kids have a lot to think about, don't they? And they really do.
Yeah.
And the spiritual side of it is very important, I'm sure. If you might touch on that just a tad. How do you see these kids? I mean, do you see them needing that kind of thing as they come into your program?
Yeah, we absolutely do, for sure. That's a big thing too. Our main focus is discipleship, and so hopefully getting that one-on-one connection where we can actually sit down and find out what's going on in their life and really see the negative pressures that are influencing them, how we can really help them and point them to the Word of God and really show what it means to be a follower of Christ and how we can overcome these things in the world and how they can be very difficult at times, but also our main focus and our main thing is on the Lord and how He instructs us to live each and every day. And so it's so important these days. We see it especially, in every kid that we see that comes to K-Life, Obviously everyone needs Jesus, and in that way we see especially the world these days with what's going on, different influences and all that. It's so very vital for students to have this place to come where it's a safe environment, where they feel very safe and included and very positive as well. We're always, joyful and excited for them to be there and just show them it's fun to follow Jesus as well. I mean, it's not just something, that can be as boring. It's actually exciting.
Yeah, and you do a lot of fun things. You think about the K-Life, most of you that probably were watching our show here, you know where the K-Life barn is located on Goblin Drive right next to the Harrison High School campus. As Emily mentioned, 32 years it's been there, so it's affected a lot of youth for the 32 years that it's been in operation. I'm sure you affect all youth, and I know you do all age groups. Maybe tell a little bit, what's your time frame? How do you work with the age groups, like high school and so forth?
Yeah, so on a weekly basis, we have what we call club meetings. It's our youth meetings.
Okay.
And we have them for middle school and high school on a weekly basis.
Okay.
On Monday nights. So middle school will be Monday starting at 6, and then high school will also be on Monday right after middle school at 7:30.
Okay.
But then we also do a program for our elementary students in the area. We just started that this year, where we only meet for the first Thursday of the month.
Okay.
And we meet on the Thursday of the month from 6 to 7:15 for our 1st through 4th graders as well.
Okay, so that's kind of a new program, getting the younger age
It is,
groups.
yeah.
I thought for many years that you were basically working with middle school, junior high school kind of age groups. But
Yes.
how do you see, are the younger ones, they jump in there and they get involved, I'm sure?
Yeah, so they're very excited every time they come. They love it. We have kids that, are super excited about that one time a month they can come and hang out and just enjoy the barn. And also, we usually watch a little VeggieTales episodes, so they love that too, getting to...
Yes.
Now I know obviously anyone out there that has a child in any of the area schools, it's not just for Harrison, or if you have a homeschool a child, obviously you're invited, and it's non-denominational, has nothing tied to any one particular denomination, but it is free. It's free of charge. Do you get more numbers in the younger or the older? How's your numbers kind of vary in the age groups there?
I would say for our younger ages, we have our highest numbers.
Okay.
And as they get older, things come up like extracurriculars. We
Yes.
see as soon as they enter into high school, sports or theater or clubs just become a very focus for them,
Right.
which is a great thing to be focused on. And so we kind of teeter off with our numbers there. But we have several students in our high school age that are still very much involved and have loved their time and have been consistent throughout the time.
Well, and actually, as you mentioned a while ago, you've probably been involved in it yourself as younger, and you enjoyed it and kind of saw a direction that you were wanting to go, and obviously influenced you positively. And so it's good to see some of these older ones get in there and get involved. They may not directly go with a K-Life or Kanakuk type thing, but they could go into similar programs
Right.
in adult life, which obviously the two of you have done. You are governed by a board of directors, if I recall. A little bit about that. What do you have? Do you know how the board members work and so forth?
Yes, yeah. So we have about, as of right now, 3 to 4 families on the board right now.
Okay.
And we usually have about that or a little more usually. And essentially, they come on and help us each and every month. They have a meeting typically, and they help us fundraise, the big thing they do, and also with that, just support staff as well, support us, and help us really make connections and be able to do what we do. So really, the business side is what they kind of handle with as far as that goes. And we're always looking for more board members as well to join as well. So.
Do the two of you, do you go to Kanakuk? Do you work any there, or you strictly stay with the Harrison K-Life? I didn't know if you interchange into.
Yeah, so our school year, K-Life really runs around the school year.
Right.
And so come May, we kind of close our doors for the summer so that we have the opportunity to go work at camp. And so I've spent my summers at the high school camp, and Corey and his wife this past summer have spent their time at the family camp up in Branson.
Okay, so it's a 12-month program, or you just kind of separate the two.
Yes.
I thought you probably did. Okay, we've got about 4 minutes left. You got a fundraiser coming up.
Yes, sir.
And K-Life, like most organizations, are funded by donations. They're a nonprofit organization. So tell us about your fundraiser. Sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun for sure. We're excited about it. Yeah, December 8th is actually our clay shoot. It's kind of interesting because it works a different way, in the way that like the clay shoot's really the fun part of it. And before, that's really how the fundraising happens. So we usually have people who sign off they want to be kind of fundraisers for us in a way. And so they will usually help raise kind of funds by sending 30 texts to their friends is all it is. And through that, trying to hit a certain goal before the actual clay shoot comes up.
Okay.
And so with that, there's actually some incentive packages as well. So if they help us raise funds, they can win things such as Yeti cooler if you raise 1,000, up to helicopter hog hunt is one of them, and then a 4 or 5 night vacation is another one as well. Wow. So you can actually, there's a fun part before, I guess, too, the clay shoot. But you can actually win prizes before the actual clay shoot comes up. But December 8th is the actual clay shoot, which is going to happen at the Bass Pro Shooting Academy in Ridgedale, Missouri. So
state-of-the-art facility. I haven't been there, but I've talked to several people, and Johnny Morse doesn't do anything second. He goes first class. So they say it's a wonderful place to go, and in this clay shooting facility is not like anyone that you would normally see. So if somebody wants to get involved now by donating, how would they get a hold of the two of you?
The best way to get involved now is to visit our website, which is harrison.klife.com. And under our events tab, you will see an information all about the clay shoot. Our contact for that is Josh Marshall, and his number is listed there. And so if you would like to just enter and pay our entry fee, that's great. Contact Josh. Or if you would like to be a fundraiser for us as well before you get there, that's great as well. But Josh is going to be our guy on there, and his contact's on our website. Okay,
so you just go on the website and it walks you through the information there and so forth.
Yes, sir.
So just briefly, I got a minute or two here. The sponsorships, are you different levels of sponsorships? Is that the way you do it?
So there are, we actually have different, so for example, we have corporate sponsors as well. Like, so if someone has a small business, for example, they want to donate some money, great way to get some marketing out there is actually marketing packages within that too.
Okay.
They can also talk to Josh Marshall about that as well. He knows a lot about the sponsorship packages as far as that goes.
Great. Well, it sounds like not only a lot of fun, but obviously you're helping K-Life and you're helping the kids in this whole area that get some wonderful guidance from young people just like Emily and Corey here. So if you haven't found out about K-Life, get on the website. There's phone numbers on there. You give both of them, have their phone numbers on there listed, and you can give them a call. And again, the K-Life barn is right over on Goblin Drive. You can't miss it. It's the barn next to the high school campus there. Thank you both for coming in. It's nice to meet energetic young people like you two, and what you're doing is certainly worthwhile and something the community has always needed and continues to need, even more so today with the problems that society these kids have to deal with every day. Thank you both. Keep me posted. Come in again sometime soon. Don't stay way too long, and we'll keep everybody up to date on what's going on in K-Life. So stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with a young lady about another organization that does wonderful things for children at Children's Hospital. Stay with us.
Sullivan Pharmacy has been serving your prescription needs for over 40 years. Our professional staff is glad to assist you with prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, and healthcare products. Stop by Sullivan Pharmacy if you have questions about Medicare Part D, and we'll be glad to help. If you're in a hurry, Use our convenient drive-through window so you don't have to get out of your car. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 North Main Street in Harrison, helping you feel better since 1965.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence. Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, Dennis King. Thanks for joining us on the Connection Show this week. Our next guest hadn't been in to see us for a while. I've known her for a long time. She's done a fantastic job with the Circle of Friends organization here in Harrison, which has to do with Arkansas Children's Hospital. Christine Rose. Thank you, Christine, for coming in. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you.
So I know you're a very busy person. When I contacted you, and then you said, "Well, I may not be able to come. May have to get somebody else,"
it's
and you wasn't feeling real great.
Year.
And but I'm glad you came in. I like when
thrilled every time you call. So I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Circle of Friends, some people know about it, some don't. Maybe just why don't you give a little bit of history there if you do.
It was started here in Harrison by three wonderful women, Millie Connors, Jackie Barker, and Catherine Nance, who still support to this day. If it wasn't for them, I really don't know where we'd be at right now. We've raised millions and millions of dollars for Arkansas Children's Hospital, done a lot of education in the communities, and raised so much awareness as well to what is available through Arkansas Children's Hospital. But they started as a group called Twigs back then. And Arkansas Children's Hospital thought, wow, they've got something here. So they came on board and said, why don't we call it Circle of Friends? And that's where it branched out, and we are what we are today, and 18 chapters wide now throughout the state. And still going strong.
That's amazing that you get a thought process and then kind of a little plan together, and those three ladies that she just mentioned putting this together 35 years ago, starting this organization up, and then millions and millions and millions of dollars later over that period of time, they have been one of the key supporters of Arkansas Children's Hospital that gets lots of big money donors in there because of what they do. A little bit about Children's, just some people don't understand what they do. Actually.
Arkansas Children's Hospital, no matter whether you can pay or not, accepts all children. They all across the country, the worldwide. I mean, they're worldwide. We've brought in children, from other countries that needed help, and only Arkansas Children's Hospital could help them. They've done many evacuations for big events like Katrina, things like that. But Arkansas Children's Hospital is they are leading worldwide on their physicians and cancer research, and there's so much amazing things that are going on. And as we were talking earlier, we now have Arkansas Children's Hospital Northwest, which is those parents and families that have children who are sick and have to make those monthly drives, sometimes weekly. A lot of them have to be weekly. Now are able to go just over to Northwest Arkansas in Fayetteville. It's amazing. It's incredible. And we've just been so blessed and so excited for our patients, because it gives them, leading top, notch care right here in our area, and they don't have as far to drive. I mean, you think about they're going through all of these different, whether it's CF or cancer or, just even some smaller things. They don't have to drive 4 hours to get that care. They can just go, an hour and a half from here. So
and for those of you that may not have even known about this, there's been quite a bit of publicity. But the Children's Hospital Northwest, which is over Northwest Arkansas. Of course, Northwest Arkansas has grown so much over the last 20 years. And then you've got, of course, then parts of Arkansas here in the northern part, like Harrison, Mountain Home, and so forth. The distance for a lot of people to have to go all the way to Little Rock was very concerning, and some people couldn't afford the gas, obviously, and the stayovers and so forth. So it's a wonderful. I think I got some information when they started. It's like a 24-bed facility. You know, one thing that people don't think about when they think of Children's Hospital is that it's set up for children. Everything there is for children. I mean, obviously different ages, but it's not an adult hospital. It's for children.
Yes.
And so everything they do specializes in children, in adolescents.
Absolutely. And once you're a patient, you can continue that care.
Yes.
One thing that I'll make mention that a lot of people don't know about is they also have the only burn unit in the state, and that does treat adults. However, and that is an incredible, right there, all on its own, is the burn unit down there, and that's why our Harrison Fire Department also helps out with raising funds, because there is so many wonderful things that happen down there for burn patients. So
that's a part of
it's a critical care. Yes, critical care, absolutely.
Wow.
So it's a wonderful, and also to go back to the Northwest Arkansas. Something that happened many years before, even thinking about having a hospital over there, Circle of Friends was able to gather enough money and go around Northwest Arkansas and another part of the state with what they call Circle of Friend clinics. Oh. So we opened those up years prior to the hospital opening up over there, which allowed, specialty type care for some of the patients, not all, to be able to go over and see a certain specialist at the Circle Friends Clinic over there.
I did not know
So that was really an amazing thing, that was born from this group of ladies, in 1983, right here in our own hometown. We have an amazing community, Dennis.
We do have.
I mean, we are very blessed to live in Harrison, Arkansas.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud to be part of the Arkansas Children's Hospital Foundation, and obviously our Harrison community. They just keep giving.
Well, you're exactly right. I grew up here and moved away for many, many years and moved back here. And it has always been it's not a big community population-wise, but it's always been a very giving community. Some people can give little, some give a little more, others give a lot. But whatever the cause, if it's a good cause, they surround themselves and they get the job done. And
right.
And actually, when she said they came up with the name Circle of Friends, that's a perfect name for what you're doing, because it is circling friends together to help others in need. You think about all the, and so many more than I do, but I have known of numerous families right here in our viewing area that have needed the Children's Hospital. So it's affected a lot of families right here, just in our little community here, not counting the whole state and the nation and internationally.
And we're really proud this year. Harrison has their very own Arkansas Children's Hospital ambassadors, Little McKenna and Madison Henry.
Okay.
Their parents, Amanda Williams and their dad were gracious enough to allow us to nominate them, and they won, and they are now our ambassadors. So it's been really exciting. They were at a la carte, and I'm telling you, they changed the whole part. I mean, it went from just it was good and fun to it is a blast.
Wow.
Those girls just lit up the room. So
fantastic.
We had the best time. Abe Akel even got up there and danced.
Oh
so,
my gosh,
that's
a scary thought. Isn't
I
it?
know, isn't that it? I know. We had a blast. We had so much fun.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about some of the things, the fundraisers you do. You mentioned the firemen and what they do. So they do. It's called, what is that called? It's called Helmet Drive.
Yes.
And so they go out and collect money for the burn unit?
They do. Actually, it's for Camp Sunshine.
Okay.
It's a camp that was brought in from the burn unit for children and adult and people who, have had disfigurements and stuff, and maybe don't feel like they could go, to other camps.
Right.
But also somewhere that if they're still being treated, they can still go to this camp, and there are nurses on staff and other staff that can help them so that they don't have infections and things like that are brought on.
Great
so it's a wonderful, wonderful camp every year.
Okay, now we got about 4 minutes. Don't want to miss anything. A la carte, tell us about that.
A la carte was a huge success. I think we raised like $21,000 this year. So it was just a fabulous time.
Always a lot of fun.
Like I said, McKenna and Madison just made it even brighter. It was just a fun event. And we are looking forward to our next event, which is the Festival of Stars Toy Drive.
Okay.
And that's what I'm here today to talk to you about. It's coming up, and we're going to have the drop-off spot is going to be at the Durand Center on December 14th.
Okay.
We'll be there from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
So we will have hot chocolate and cookies, and of course, as most people know, there in the atrium we have our beautiful decorated tree. And so I just thought, what a perfect place to have a nice backdrop and come and just enjoy some hot chocolate and drop off a toy, because these patients, you know, if you're in the hospital at Christmas, I mean, nobody wants to know a child is you know, in the hospital at Christmas. But if I knew that I could wrap something up or I could bring a toy that would just brighten their day just a little more, then absolutely. I've already been Black Friday shopping and getting all my toys together. So there's a wish list out there if anyone would like to go. They also, I know you'll have my contact info if they want to contact me to find out more. The wish list, you can go on Arkansas Children's Hospital and just type in Festival of Stars, and the wish list is out there. It's basically everything from infant, toddler, teen, adult, and general items like coloring books, crayons. For toddlers, you might do rattles, sippy cups, musical kind of toys. School age might be like little princesses, beanie babies, and little play sets, things like that. Your teen adults, of course, the nail polish, journals, makeup, Razorback anything. That would be me, Razorback anything. The Nerf balls. Those are just a few of like the general ideas of what you can bring. Games. Kids love, I mean, they're sitting there and they're, you know, the things that they need to do is to keep their attention off of what's going on, you know, in their life. And that's just one of the things I think that we can do. You know, a $5 toy, that's not going to break any of us, to bring just a $5 toy. And it's going to make a huge difference in the life of these children. So
when you're out there shopping for your own family or friends, pick up another toy, wrap it up, new toys only, wrap it up and take it down to the Durand Center. Again, this 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. It's on a Friday, December 14th.
Yes, and they don't even have to wrap it. Just bring it unwrapped.
Okay, but can they wrap it if they want to?
If they want to, but honestly, just bring it unwrapped. That would be the best.
Okay.
Because we sort them into like, you know,
categories.
In categories.
Well, then you don't even have to wrap it.
Don't even have to wrap it. That's how easy it is.
That is very easy. Thank you for coming in.
Thank
it's always
you,
a treat.
As always.
It's always a treat to talk to you, Christine. And thanks for all the many years that you've put a lot of hours in to Circle of Friends and for Children's Hospital. And again, don't forget Arkansas Children's Hospital, and don't forget Circle of Friends and all the things they do. And when they have a fundraiser, doesn't matter how small or how large, they'll accept it and it'll go for a great cause. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays, and happy holidays to all of you out there.
Thank you for coming in. Thanks for joining us on Connection this week. We hope we brought some information to you didn't know about. We'll see you again next time.
We all need the help of a pharmacy from time to time. Sullivan Pharmacy would like to thank all their customers for supporting them as an independent local pharmacy. When you trade with an independent pharmacy, you deal with an owner that supports the local economy and charities. Visit Sullivan Pharmacy for any of your over-the-counter or prescription needs. It's important to keep helping those that help the community. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 Main Street, Harrison, serving this area since 1965.
Local television worth watching. KTKO Channel 8, Harrison.